Hello, hello, and welcome to the live stream. Welcome to another week. Good to have everybody here. This is a different time than normal. Much friendlier to all of the folks in Australia and New Zealand, so nice to see you here. I'm a little bit surprised about how many people we have from Europe right now, because considering it's like 1 a.m. And yeah, anyway, good to see you here. I am in, where am I in? I'm in Shenzhen today. And coming to you from the hotel room, very exciting location, but it's a pretty central location. You can see out the window here. Got my little window view, as always. So we're going to just hang out for a little while and chat and talk about what I've been up to here and answer any questions you might have about streaming or travel gear or tiny cameras or whatever it is. So yeah, if you do have a question, start your message with the letter Q. It makes it easier for me to see it on my screen here. Otherwise, we're going to just kind of chat and see how it goes. I have things mostly working here, although something looks very different on my screen today that I don't understand why. Let's just give it a refresh and see what happens. I'm also short a couple cameras because I decided to bring as little gear as I could justify, and so that is I've got my main camera here, the Pocket 3, and I've got the camera out the window, which is the DJI Action camera, and my phone is set to share videos over to the stream so I can show you some pictures and videos from the trip so far. So that'll be fun. Yeah, let's talk about this. Marine X says, I'm so naive. I really thought people couldn't stream from mainland China, only Hong Kong. So, okay, I'm not in the conference hotel that I thought I would be in. And I just forgot that I hadn't booked it. I booked a hotel nearby instead, very close. It's like across the street or something. And it is a Sheraton, so it's a big brand, and they have hotel Wi-Fi. But they also actually have a Ethernet jack on the wall, which logs you into the same, like you have to log into the network the same you would on Wi-Fi. So I've plugged in a travel router into that network jack, and this is a little travel router. It's wired in to give me a good connection to the wall there, but then this is broadcasting Wi-Fi to all the devices. I actually forgot to bring a second cable, so I'm streaming from the Director Mini on the table here, and this is actually connected to Wi-Fi from my travel router. So that, and that's the same Wi-Fi that my computer is on, as well as my phone. Oh, I just realized you were in the split screen view, and I'm not sure if you actually saw that properly. So yeah, the Director Mini here is doing the stream today, pushing out SRT to YouTube, and the travel router on the table here is connected into the wall jack with my one Ethernet cable that I brought, because apparently I forgot to bring two. So in order to get onto the Wi-Fi here, it's just like normal. You open up your browser and log into the hotel Wi-Fi. I had to give my room number and my name, which ties it to me, and the internet on the hotel network is relatively unfiltered. It's not 100% unfiltered. Like Patreon doesn't work, for example. Lily was trying to schedule her stream and had to do that from her phone instead. But YouTube is not blocked, neither is Gmail.
I can't get onto the Taiwan Wikipedia page.
Lily says she can't get to the Taiwan Wikipedia page from the hotel Wi-Fi?
From the hotel Wi-Fi.
Okay. Specifically that page?
Yes.
Interesting.
It redirects to the China Wikipedia page.
No way. Redirects to the China Wikipedia page. Okay. So there's definitely some filtering going on with the internet here, but it's not totally blocked. I guess because they expect foreigners to be here, and also because it is tied to me, which means it's absolutely logged, and they know that it's that it is me going to YouTube. They can see that it's going to YouTube. They can see how long I'm on it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not blocked. And then the other, but yeah, the phone that I'm traveling with is my regular phone, and I have my regular US SIM card with my US plan that I've added an international plan onto. This is Mint Mobile. They added a new international plan recently, and it's like $20 for 10 days, 10 gigs or something. It's quite reasonable. And I just did that, and this is basically completely unfiltered. Like there's nothing really blocked on here at all. And however, tethering doesn't work very well, so I'm not able to tether my laptop to this and get any good speeds. Colin says you're all going to get a visit if you keep searching for stuff like that. Yeah. Don't get me in trouble, Lily. I want to be able to go home. So I lucked out that YouTube is not blocked by the hotel, because my backup plans for that were not going to be as good as this is working. So who's my carrier? My phone carrier is Mint Mobile. I should put an affiliate link down there, because they actually pay out pretty well for affiliate referrals. I probably have a link on my product page. Anyway, I should stop downloading OBS. The other interesting thing about the hotel network is I forgot. I'm traveling with a burner laptop, essentially. This laptop is going to disappear as soon as I am done with it on this trip. And I forgot, it's like wiped. It was a brand new install of macOS, and I forgot to install OBS and Companion. OBS just so that I could screen share from this, and Companion so I get physical buttons for the stream. And I'm trying to download them right now, and it is currently downloading OBS over the hotel Wi-Fi at 120 kilobytes a second, which is very, very slow. And I'm assuming that's because it is doing the kind of like deep packet inspection of the traffic that they can't see because it's encrypted over HTTPS. But there's a lot you can get from network traffic even if you can't decrypt it. So I think that's why it's slow. Anyway, I should probably just stop doing that because it's only halfway done. 12 minutes, we'll probably still be streaming in 12 minutes. That'll be fine. Doesn't seem to be affecting anything out. Oh, are we getting glitches? Okay, I should probably switch this to H264 because I was doing this on H265 and that could be causing the problems. Let me switch that over. It'll be really quick. I will have to go offline very briefly. Let me edit the... I'm trying to stream at also a very low bandwidth, which is why I was doing H265, but I do know that that has caused me some problems before. So let's go offline really quick and pop back on in H264. Okay, we should be back. That was at 2 megabits before. This is at 3.5 megabits now, so hopefully this is a little better. I've also switched the stream latency to low instead of ultra low, just because ultra low requires a lot higher, a lot less latency to make it work. So hopefully this works. Okay, let me go back through the chat. Yeah, so anyway, TLDR, hotel Wi-Fi is not blocking YouTube. I got lucky, I guess. Early morning start for me, says David. I mean, normally I start streaming at 9 and it's only 8:30 right now, so it's not that much different. We already had breakfast and everything. David says, I worked in banking for the largest bank in Japan and had to make the time difference in New York to Japan work many late nights. That is not fun. Yes. Great. Crazy Caleb, hello from Melbourne. Nice to see you on a Sunday. Yes, glad to have you here joining in a much more reasonable time for you. Cool. So yeah, let me go through some of these photos, talk about what we've done so far. This is this shot right now is live out the hotel window, but I took some videos at night that I thought were pretty fun. Oops, it got disconnected. Let's try this again. I'm doing this with the NDI HX capture app on the phone, which does a screen share over via NDI, which I then pull up on the Director Mini, and it works really well. Usually. There we go. What did I do? At 7 p.m. or so, they start doing a light show, and all the building lights light up, which is really cool. This is not the colorful version, but there's also a very colorful mode for a little while. Oh, here we go. This is just out the hotel window. Apparently there's a better view of it from somewhere else that looks even more amazing. Dylan says, burner laptop, what? Yeah, so I'm here for a work trip, and I was not allowed to take my work laptop or access any work email or content or anything. So instead, they got a laptop that is going to the trash. It's getting recycled. You know, it's end of life. Although this one still works fine. It's like an M1 MacBook Pro. So it's several years old. Anyway, it's on its way out the door, and they wiped the device, took off MDM, reformatted it, and sent it to me for the trip. And when I get back, I'm going to mail it back, and then they're going to shred it. So that's burner laptop. Foresight Film says 2 questions. The raise in the price for the Roadcaster Video S was due to RAM prices or the Rode Core release? Yeah, good question. I need to sneeze. Yeah, if you didn't see the video I posted on Monday, which went live while I was on the plane, which was kind of nerve-wracking, the Rode officially launched the Roadcaster Video Core. So I did a video on that. It's on the channel. You can go find it below. The Roadcaster Video Core is like the Video S, but without the buttons on top. But internally, it's the same otherwise. Well, minus the wireless features, which is also on the board with the buttons. So the Video Core launched on Monday. I had pre-recorded the video over the weekend and set it to schedule Monday night, my time, when it went live. The price for that, I didn't actually know the price for it when it was until it went live, because I was not given any information about the price beforehand. But the price for that is $599 US. The original price for the Roadcaster Video Core was $499, but it went up recently to $799, which is also confusing because the Roadcaster Video started at $1299 and has been on sale at about $800 or $850 for a while. So weird that they both kind of went and met in the middle, even though they're very different devices. But the official things I have been told are, so at CES they said the Video Core would be priced less than the Video S, which makes sense because it has no buttons and slightly fewer features. But then the Video S went up in price to $800. They said that the reason for the price increase was because of the cost of the chips that have been going up. Memory and storage and everything has just been going through the roof because of all of the demand for the chips right now. That's the reason they explained for the price increase. So the Video Core did launch cheaper than the Video S current price. I have no idea if it's going to ever come back down to the previous price or not. Don't know how long this, surge in pricing for the chips is going to last in the first place. So who knows? I would not make any bets on the prices changing at this point. So gonna just have to assume this is the price going forward. If you did manage to snag a Roadcaster Video S at $499, congratulations, you got a very good deal. But yeah, that's the official word. Matt says I took a boat tour of Hong Kong for the building light show that was really good. Oh, that sounds like fun. Yep. David says, my Rode lav mic recently failed and I spoke to Rode. It was slightly out of warranty, but Rode said they would follow back up with me, and last was months ago. I would just email them again. I know that they did actually respond to a couple of videos that like Curtis, Judd, and Tombach were talking about how these mics really should have replaceable batteries. So I know they're thinking about it, and I would just email them and bug them again. I'm sure they've been very busy with the launches of these products. Recon Adventures live at a great hour for us in Australia. Yes. This isn't actually a bad time in the US either right now, because it's like 5:30 p.m. or something. I guess it's not great for the East Coast and terrible for Europe. Michael says, are you aware of any updates coming to the Majorwell Director Mini? When you visit them, can you ask them to get an update to allow you to make graphics and timer from the web app, not the device? Oh yeah, that is a pretty big limitation of the web interface right now. So in the Director Mini web interface, which is what I'm using for the stream right now, there's a decent amount of functionality, and you can do like scene switching, and you can, you know, switch between the layouts or whatever that you've created, and you can sort of add new sources from here, but you don't get all the capabilities of like the full layout editor, and the overlay features are also not really, you can't really do much other than add single like things. So like I can add a web page overlay, but I can't make fancy stuff. So most of the functionality that you're going to do on the directory menu is going to be on the touchscreen itself. I will definitely mention it because I've also been been wishing it had that feature. David says, I couldn't wait for something that was put together at the last minute, so I ordered a new one. $89, not the end of the world, but I'll follow up with him. Yeah, that's a bummer. Replaceable batteries means less business over time. All companies got rid of that because they don't want you buying something for life. I don't think it's entirely that. I think it's more that the problem with replaceable batteries is that it kind of dictates more of the form factor of the device, right? So like this is too small for a AAA battery, for example, which means I'm limited to either unusual shaped batteries that are less common to find or proprietary ones, which would also be kind of annoying. Like, you know, all the DSLR cameras have their own battery shapes, and then every time they launch a new camera, they will go and do a new shape of battery. Not everybody does that, but a lot of them do that. So that's like, if they're making their own batteries, it's a whole other supply chain to manage. And if they're using off-the-shelf batteries, then they're limited to the form factors of the batteries that are available and capacities of those. So it's a trade-off for sure. But I do wish that at least they were more officially serviceable, like easier to pop off the devices and change out, even if they weren't like easily replaceable like you would get with a AA or a camera battery or something. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily the planned obsolescence. I think there's more to it than that. I don't know. There's a thread going on in the chat that I'm not following. So if you have a question, make sure you put a Q in the front. This was another fun light show from last night. The little water show. One of the fun things here was the electronics market, which was extremely overwhelming. Let me see if I can find, yeah, oh yeah, definitely a legit Nintendo Switch. Yeah, the electronics market had literally everything. This was like, walking around this place was extremely overwhelming. Do you need any kind of button you could possibly find? Like, this is where they all come from. Do you need switches? Do you need fiber converter parts? This is the mall. It was like 7 floors of stores that just sell everything. Here's like all the little SMA connectors for antennas. Oh yeah, every kind of possible radio and jammers, which I don't fully understand how they are selling those, because like, is that a mobile signal amplifier? Those antennas do not give me confidence in their placement. Also, mobile signal jammer, that seems not legal. I have questions. But yeah, this place was out of control. What are these? Oh, this is all the tools for making fiber cables. So you can buy all the little contraptions to clamp down the fiber cables, which I never actually seen one of those in person before. That was interesting. This is a stack of boxes of SMD capacitors. Does it say how big they are? Yes. 10 volt, 220 UF, 10,000 of them in that box. If you need capacitors, you know where to find them. This was a different building, and this one was just entirely filled with LEDs. Like this, the theme of this building was LEDs, every kind of LED. It was rope lights, individual solderable LEDs, LED matrices, again, anything you could possibly imagine. Many, many floors of it. It was very bright in there also. This was the outside. That is a gigantic LED screen that was actually extremely good quality and very bright for being outside. Oh, this was just a little ramp for getting up to the pedestrian walkway, which I thought was hilarious, watching people ride their scooters down. Yeah. Oh, that was a fiber cutter. Cuts the fiber clean and polishes the end. Getting flashbacks of Nam. You know, I've never been to that show. Okay, more questions coming. Let me see what's going on here. Michael says, are you going to NAB this year, and is there a meetup like last year? I will be there. I will be there Sunday and Monday. Yes, I have to leave Monday night. Right. So I will, yeah, I'll be there Sunday, Monday. I am going to try to find some way to do a meetup again. I don't think John Barker is coming, so he's not organizing one. But there's definitely enough of us going that we're going to make a plan. I don't know what it is yet, but I will let you know soon because it's coming up pretty quick. And yeah, I'm going to be on Monday walking around with my bags because I have to leave in the evening again, which is annoying. And they charge you a lot for late checkout at those hotels. It's ridiculous. Matt says, are you doing it live stream at YoloLive? If so, when? I'm planning to. So I am going to be, so this week is the conference that I'm at, and it starts today technically, so I have to go get my badge after this stream, and it'll be going all the way through Friday, and then on Saturday I'm gonna take the train up to the town that YoloLive is at. It's gonna be kind of a long train ride, so on Sunday and Monday I'll be at their offices. So I will probably not do a stream Sunday, probably not this time next week because I won't have really been to their office yet. So it'll probably be on Monday here, which means probably Sunday night West Coast time. And yeah, TBD, I'm going to have to probably wait until I meet Frank on Sunday to figure out the plan for that, but I will do a stream. And I probably he probably won't want me to do a live stream with the director mini, so I'll have to borrow a YoloBox from him for the stream. It'll be fun. Crazy Caleb says, what's the equivalent of NAB in Australia? Good question. I am not sure. I went to, yeah, I don't know if there's any big trade shows in Australia. I would imagine there are because so many of these brands are from Australia. Any DJI Pocket 4 sightings over there? I have not seen one. Oh, and then someone said you should, David said you should go to the DJI store while you're in China and get the best deal. So we went to the DJI store, and it was an incredible store. Let me grab the picture from it because it was a really cool building. But they did not seem to price anything at any different prices. It was all the same prices that we have in the US. And I was a little bit disappointed because I was hoping to get a good deal on a Pocket 3 for Lily or, I don't know, anything. I didn't take very many pictures inside the store. Here it is. It is a very cool building, though. This is the entrance to it. and several different versions of it. There, they had a gigantic drone. They had a bicycle, which I've seen online. Haven't seen that one in person, but this is the entrance to the building. It's a very cool store. They have this whole like museum wall along the back where you can see like the timeline of what they consider to be their significant milestones of product development, which was, it's very cool. But yeah, the actual prices of things in here were not any different than the US. And that is their flagship store. So I don't know if it's because it's their flagship store and they expect tourists, although I didn't see anybody else who looked like a tourist in there. But I don't know if there are other like local stores at different prices, but even the few like DJI stores that we passed in the malls that we've been in didn't seem to have any different prices. So I guess they've just decided that their prices are their prices and they don't need to have local versions of the prices anymore. Airport Stream says, I'm pretty sure they have a fixed global distribution agreement. Yeah, even with themselves. It would make sense. It makes sense. Da Vinci Girl says, will I also go to Taiwan? I am not going to have time to go to Taiwan, but Lily's actually flying back home Friday night, and she is going to spend 24 hours in Taiwan. So she has like a transit through there. Matt says, I say knockoffs at a discount. We definitely found some knockoffs at one of the stores yesterday, and one of them was terrible. One of them looked like it was probably fine, but it was like $90. So way less than the Pocket 3, but not cheap enough to like buy on a whim. So I am curious though. I am curious. Airport Stream says, I'm so excited to get to sit here with something other than the light on and a coffee. Matt says there was a booth at NAB that was a small version of that mall. Now that you mention it, I remember seeing that. I do remember that. K9 says, my map live stream ran for 79 hours and had 809 pins in it when the browser window was running and crashed due to memory usage. Yeah, that sounds about right. My OBS that runs my map will take up like 90 gigs of memory eventually, and then the computer wants to force quit OBS. Dan Swanning says, does the Roadcaster Video Core need a Roadcaster Pro to be useful? This is definitely like I wish I had done a better job of explaining it in the video. I'm going to have to do another video, I guess, because the Roadcaster Video Core absolutely does not need a Roadcaster Pro. It is meant to be used with a Roadcaster Pro. Like the whole point of it is that if you have a Roadcaster Pro, it's a cheaper way to add video capabilities to that gives you a good combined audio mixing. However, it absolutely can be used by itself. Like there's nothing stopping it from being useful by itself. And in fact, if you are like me, where you like to just put your video switcher in a rack and tuck it away and not touch it, and instead use a Stream Deck to control everything, then the Roadcaster Video S makes a ton of sense because you don't need the buttons, or the Roadcaster Video Core makes sense because you don't need the buttons on the S anyway. So it's the same features as the Video S minus the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi capabilities. So if you do want to use wireless mics with it, then you would need to add a Roadcaster Pro or get the Video S. But yeah, absolutely useful by itself. Totally fine to use it by itself. I should probably do a video explaining that because I've seen a lot of people misinformed about that. Matt says, if you're a Wizlet companion, then a Core would work just fine. Yes, obviously you need some way to control it. So either you're using the computer app, which can work fine, or you're using companion and physical buttons. Art Audio says, have you heard any news about if NAB and AES are moving out of Las Vegas? I haven't heard anything. I would be very surprised if they are, but I've not heard anything. Colin says, I finally got my Mac to recognize my Blackmagic Monitor 3G. New hiccup, I think Zoom no longer offers Zoom ISO as a standalone purchase. I think you have to have an events or seminar account. Yeah, I explained this on a live stream recently, so good luck finding it. I need to do a proper video about this, but I'm going to wait until Zoom ISO v3 comes out to do this because they might change how they are selling it. But currently, what you do is like you don't. It looks weirder than it is, but you need to buy a Zoom Events, like you need either Zoom Events or Zoom Webinars or something. But the cheapest way to do it is to buy the Zoom Events pay per attendee license, and you buy the cheapest plan of that, which I forget, it's like 50 attendees or something. But you're not going to use Zoom Events at all. You just need to have that plan on your account, and then when you log into Zoom in Zoom ISO, it'll activate the Zoom ISO license. It's kind of weird, doesn't make any sense, but that's how it works right now. So the Zoom Events pay per attendee license is, it's like an annual fee for number of attendees you would like get signed up to your event, but you're not going to actually create any Zoom events, so you're not going to have any signups. So your plan is just active for that. Let Your Neighbor Here says that license model went away. I'm pretty sure it's still there right now. Like I'm currently on that plan. I don't think it's a legacy plan. The legacy one is the standalone like liminal net licensing. But anyway, it's all going to change soon when they launch Zoom ISO v3, so stay tuned for that. I'm assuming that's going to come out at NAB just because of the timing, like NAB is right around the corner, but I don't know any launch dates yet. Da Vinci Girl says, who and which companies pay your travel or sponsor it? I'm here for work, which is unrelated to me being on YouTube right now. So I am here for a conference that is not about video streaming at all, except that they do make the protocols that all the video streaming works with, but totally unrelated. Let Your Nerd Be Heard says, you can't purchase a new license. Are you serious? I could have sworn that was still possible to do. It's very weird. It'd be very weird if they cut that off with no current way to buy it until they change, but I will look into that. And I'm actually going to have Andy from Zoom on as a guest soon. I don't know exactly what date. In the next couple of weeks before NAB to talk about this more. So Matt says, I think DJI is waiting to release the Pocket 4 at NAB. There's been so many leaks of it now. Like we've seen full photos of retail boxes and
we went to the DJI flagship store and tried to get one.
Yeah, Lily says we went to the flagship store to try to find one. They don't have it there yet. I was hoping it would launch like this week or next week, and we could buy one while we're here. But
you should ask someone if I should buy a fake Osmo Pocket.
Lily wants me to ask if anybody thinks she should buy the fake Osmo Pocket. We saw one that was $90 US, which looks very similar to, I don't think it was the same one as the Fayutech, but it looked very similar to that one. I don't remember the brand, if it even had a brand name on it. Clearly inspired by the Pocket 3. Same idea with the gimbal head and all that. A lot cheaper. Is it worth the risk of it being terrible? Or are all these things good enough now that it's probably fine? Because I could see that going either way. Matt says the story is NEB is talking about moving because Las Vegas is hurting and they want a better deal. Ooh. Juicy rumors. Andre says DJI Avata 360 is also coming. Rumors are around March 24th. Matt says he has a contact inside DJI. You can get a used one as soon as the 4 comes out. That's a vote for the Pocket 3. Wait till the 4 comes out and get a Pocket 3 used.
But what about a fake one?
But what about a fake one?
Is it worth comparing? I don't know. Would people be interested in a comparison on your stream?
Oh yeah, that's good. Would people be interested in comparison if we do get a fake one or a knockoff? Oh yeah, what are you doing? It says content, make an expectations versus reality video.
Well, because we have the 3 to compare it against. That's the...
Right, because Lily has the Pocket 2, so we could do a DJI Pocket 2 versus knockoff Pocket 3 versus Pocket 3. And if realistically, I won't be able to make a video about this until after NAB anyway, which means the Pocket 4 might come out also. IT Never Gets Old says, get a fake one. I do feel like I need to buy some sort of camera gear while I'm here other than the tiny cameras that I have currently purchased. One of which is this.
Have you looked at any of the pictures from it yet?
I know I should pull them off and maybe I can get them to my phone and share them on the stream. This little thing is very cute. It has a flip up screen. Is it a good camera? Absolutely not. It also makes a song when it turns on, which is kind of annoying.
And when it's done charging.
And when it's done charging, like last night when it just went off on a loop. But yeah, the flip-up screen properly flips, like the image on the screen rotates like you would expect. And when it's here, it's the right way around. The focal length on this lens is bizarre. It's like super zoomed in. Like if I've got the camera here, like arm's length away, my head is like full face. It's not wide angle at all. I took some pictures last night while we were walking around on this. And then this one is a fake version of the Kodak Charmera camera that's like super popular right now. They even have the year 1984 instead of the Kodak one says 1987 on it. This, I don't think it's the actual same internals. It's actually, maybe it might be. Like if you look at the Kodak one, all the buttons are in the same location, even on the top, except on the top there's an extra hole for like a reset button or something. But even the SD card location is the same. And so I'm very curious if this is like the same factory that made this, or if Kodak just bought this one and put their own label on it. But it is very cute. These are not good. IT Never Gets Old, was a resolution on it. In the menu, it has an option to set it to 1920 by 1080. But on the front, you might see that it says 1280 by 720. So the sensor is actually 1280 720, and then it'll upscale it when it saves the picture, which is super silly. Theoretically, it records video too, but I have not done that. Let me see, where's my SD card reader? Can take a look at the pictures I took on it. I put it.
You want them?
No, I need a micro.
Oh, I have a carrier.
Oh, I think it's in this. Yeah, here it is.
Got it.
DaVinci Girl says, I bought such cameras for the cheap camera contest. We gave a professional cameraman such a camera, and the contest was to produce a professional shot. I love that. That's such a good idea. It's true, because like the quality of the camera does not make a good photo. Okay. Also, I forgot to bring an extra micro SD card, so I'm borrowing Lily's Amazon Basics. I'm actually kind of surprised this card worked, and it goes though, because this is a 256 gig card, which is kind of a lot for these tiny cameras. Okay, we're gonna see. Oh, is my screen still being shared? No, my NDI screen sharing stopped. There we go. Uh-oh. It says no photos to import. It's not a good sign.
Is it the camera?
I saw it counting down. Can I get your little adapter? I did see it counting down the available memory on it, so hopefully it has been recording these photos. Thank you. Let's see. Let's pop into the computer and see if there's any photos on it. Then maybe they're just in like a folder that doesn't get recognized by the phone. There's a bunch of DJI photos on this. Is this Lily's DJI camera? Yes. There's a IMG folder. Here's all the photos. Oh my gosh. They're not great. I mean, they're fun. How do I get these on my phone? Let's try AirDrop. Share. AirDrop. I hope the date on these is right. I think I set the clock right when I turned the camera on.
Oh, does it print them on there?
It does print them on there. Yeah, great. All right. Gosh, are these going to be in any kind of album? They're in the recently saved. Perfect.
Did you tell people about our speed run?
No, not yet. Okay, here we go. It stamps the date on the photo like a good old digital camera should. Although I feel like the text on the date is like too crisp compared to the image. It's definitely got some old school digital camera vibes. But you know, it kind of makes it look like more, it's more fun. It is more fun. Because these pictures I took with my phone, they're like too high res. The date is not in a good location. I want it to be farther into the corner of the frame. It's kind of annoying. Oh, that one's very blurry. Oops. Oh, it doesn't do auto rotation of the camera. That's good to know. So put the date oriented wrong. This tree has eyes. Oh, that was funny. Okay, so I can't take portrait photos with this. I will keep that in mind. This is a little, I'm waiting for you at number 42. First time I actually saw a good address description. Oh, this was a TV with a camcorder above it displaying, let me rotate this. Oops, there we go. Displaying a video feed of people walking by the shop, which was cool. I was like, this seems like appropriate to take a picture of the TV with a tiny camera. Wildcat spotting. Oh man, I'm bummed about the portrait photos. I just have to remember to not take portrait photos. And there was the coffee shop we were in. Starbucks coffee. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun little camera. And then that was last night coming back. We went and visited the cats at the cat cafe downstairs below the hotel. Very important cat content. Exactly. Retro camera taking a pic of a retro TV. It gives a security camera vibe. Yes.
Although the security cameras here are way higher.
Oh yeah, the security cameras here are extremely high quality. I took a picture of one. I hope I don't get in trouble for that. Because it was like full on PTZ, very expensive. Where is it? There it is. Look at the size of these things. Massive PTZ cameras. It was wild. Did I try microphones or audio gear or just video and visual equipment? I haven't found, the electronics store we went to was mostly components or like consumer electronics, so barely video gear. Like the most video gear things there were like a bunch of DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. But I haven't found any places with like proper audio gear yet. So we need to keep looking around. If you have any recommendations, let me know, although it's very challenging to search for things here. David says China looks like it's living in the 80s. That's probably just the style of the camera.
Shenzhen is definitely not living in the 80s.
Yeah, Shenzhen is not living in the 80s. Some of it was built in the 80s, but barely. Most of this is way newer.
1980 was the year they opened, like, to the wider world.
1980 was the year they opened to the wider world. Yeah. Michael says, have you used or will you get in the ATEM Extreme ISO G2 into the studio to test a review? Keen to compare with the Rode video audio comparison. I'm going to ask for a loan at some point from Blackmagic for it. I just am trying to figure out when makes sense because I have so much travel coming up. I need to make sure it's like 30 days that I'm at the studio enough to make proper use of it to do a video about it. And that is not happening before NAB at this point. So. Andre says, anybody experienced YoloBox Ultra clarity problem when displaying PC screens from the HDMI output? HDMI output PC screen. Oh, interesting. I have not tried that other than like, I haven't tried using a computer from the HDMI output. I've only like done screen sharing, which seemed fine, but I haven't actually tested like, can I actually use a computer mirrored out that? Maybe Matt has done that and has some ideas. Question, I have the YoloBox Ultra with the Roadcaster Duo running my audio as I DJ, and the Ultra audio is not great. Better to get a Roadcaster Core or keep existing setup. It takes a while to get the right, so the YoloBox Ultra audio, how do you have it connected? Is it USB or analog? I've definitely noticed that the USB audio from the YoloBox is a little flaky sometimes. I think it's better on the Ultra than the other ones. If you are bringing in over analog, then you'll need to tweak the levels on it to make sure you're not overloading the analog input. You can get it to work, but I would say that if you like the features of the YoloBox, stick with it. Take a look at the videos I've got about the Roadcaster though, because it's a very different way of working with video content, and you either might hate it or you might like it a lot better. So there's definitely going to be a lot of like personal preferences. So that's like one of the reasons why I make all these videos, is so that you can get a sense of what it's like to actually use these things. So go take a look. I got a bunch of videos about the Roadcaster. Obviously, I only have one video about the Roadcaster Core, but the way that it works with the Roadcaster is that it's like the same internal software. So if you look at any of the videos I've got about the Roadcaster video, it's the same. It all works the same way. Andre says, you need to look at my previous questions for details. Oh boy, okay. Can I find them in the scroll back? Here we go. HDMI output of YoloBox Ultra at 1080/60 seems to be less clear compared to HDMI output of an ATEM at 60. At 60 frames per second. good question. I haven't, yeah, I've also don't usually run my streams at 60 frames a second, so I haven't been able to, I haven't seen that difference. It would not surprise me though, that, because the YoloBox being a CPU-based encoder has to do a lot more for the 60 frames compared to the way it works in an ATEM. Matt says audio is great on the Roadcaster Ultra via USB. Okay, cool. So if, yeah, I know the USB audio on the YoloBox requires more CPU, and they warn you about that when you plug something in, but the Ultra has enough that it's actually able to handle it well. IT Never Gets Old says, the funny thing is that with the Companion, I kind of use my ATEMs like the Roadcaster video using Companion to create scenes. Same, absolutely. Like on my setup at home, I have buttons that are essentially scenes where they reconfigure the super source into the different layouts. But I like the way the Roadcaster video does it better with actual scenes. All right, let's see if there's any other photos I want to share here. I like how I have all the little digital camera pictures scattered in throughout my photo album now. Oh yeah, the 3D printing store. Do I understand the basics of Chinese? Absolutely not. Not even in the slightest. I can say coffee though, it's coffee. And tea is cha. That's why I learned on Duolingo. Those are also very easy to remember. Oh yeah, the drones. Drone delivery in Shenzhen is a thing. These drones are huge and they deliver food stuff. I don't know exactly what. Anyway, it's cool. They load up the package onto this little landing pad. The drone grabs it and then they program in the route. They just like tap their phone on the drone to program the route, and then it'll, a few minutes later, take off and go deliver this package somewhere. And I have no idea where they were taking these because they fly up, they go pretty high and then they just take off and disappear. Very, very interesting. Very interesting that the place they launch these from is like, just has the smallest little barrier that you can walk right up to. And you're only like 4 feet away from the giant drones, which seems not terribly safe. Clearly they're doing it because so that like people can see it, because normally this would not be somewhere where you would, it's not terribly high up. Like there, if you want to be more practical, you might start this at the top of a higher building, or somewhere where you don't get bystanders, but clearly they want people to watch this. So it was very cool. It was very cool. Here's this is when we were actually walking on our way to a mall and walked past this, and there was, this is from the other side of the mall and watching the drone land back on that pad. They appear to be totally automated with the little landing pads. Yeah, we were actually looking for the Bamboo Lab flagship store, and very hard to find things on maps here. It's seems like of the 4 mapping apps I have installed, some of them either don't have business names or definitely not in letters that I can spell. Some of them don't let you search by street names. Some of them only let you search by street names. It's very hard to find information about what the address is in the first place. Even the Bamboo Lab blog post announcing that they opened a flagship store in Shenzhen Did not mention anything about where it is. Didn't give an address, didn't give a neighborhood or a mall name or anything. So it took a while to figure out where it was. And turns out it was very near where we were, which was handy. So we went on a little walk and found it. Anyway, you walk down, oh, I put this in the wrong order. You walk down that area into through this little waterfall thing, and then you go into this mall. And when you're on the other side of that waterfall, there's the entrance to the bamboo store. And it's very cool. They have all the different printers there, and they have a ton of 3D printed stuff just on display for fun. Here's a bunch of the printers working on, I guess, printing their samples for the store. And then they have samples of all their filaments that they sell, different textures and colors. I should have made this layout portrait. Oh well. They had a little area with model remote controlled cars and trains that you could drive. I like the little slice of pie. One of the really cool things was the filament that is ends up being flexible, so you can like make shoes out of it. Anyway, I'm definitely want to get one of these printers that does multicolor, but I don't have any room for it yet, so gonna have to finish building that shed first. Yeah, I definitely thought of Tom when I was walking around this. And I posted a short video of this into his Discord. This is a very cool little kinetic sculpture. Oh yeah, this was the shoe that you can like, it's all flexible. It's very cool. Anyway. It's Pi Day. Not for me anymore. That was yesterday. But happy Pi Day to everybody who's still on yesterday. IT never gets old. Says, I got here late and he talked about the EDL on the Roadcaster video and companion stream deck on YoloBox. So I didn't get a chance to properly test out the feature on the Roadcaster before I had to leave. But yeah, the Roadcaster video firmware update that came out right after the Core launched on Monday does include the ability to create an XML file with all the edit lists. Actually, I don't know if it's XML. It's an edit list file on the hard drive with all of your cuts. I haven't yet been able to actually test that and pull it into Resolve to see what it looks like, but that is in the current like live firmware update. So if you have one, you can go download it and try it out right now. Well, your phone is shining in my face.
Wow.
All right. Oh yeah, the last photo I want to share. We went to the ancient town yesterday, which is very, very old, it turns out. But I thought the way they ran power into the city was very interesting. Very colorful power lines wrapped around the buildings, very tidy cable management. Very stark contrast from Thailand last year. It was just a rat's nest of wires. But very curious about the reason for doing this, because this is like the each of these wires is like one of the phases of the power. So it's not like we would normally have these all like twisted up into one cluster in the US delivering service. But so if you look at the way that they run into the breaker panel, You can actually see each individual like colored wire going into the breaker and the electric meter. Very interesting, very tidy, looks very cool. I like that they're all colorful. I haven't seen that anywhere else here yet, so I'm guessing because they're all underground in the big part of the city. But yeah, anything about YOLO Companion Stream Deck? I heard they've committed to something. I need to ask Frank about this when I see him next week. Because, yeah, it's not clear to me whether he's talking about the Stream Deck over USB and versus is it actually proper companion support? So I will get back to you after I have a conversation with him, and I'm going to try to convince him to build proper companion support, not just talk to the USB device. So, because I agree, it wouldn't be super different from, like if it's just plug in the USB device into the YoloBox, then sure, just get YoloBox's YoloDeck and they can make a better experience being all like first party. But the actual thing I'm interested in is companion support, not just the Stream Deck, which I'm not sure he understands. So I will hopefully get a chance to explain that while I'm here. Okay, we got to wrap up. Got to get on with the day. I got to go get my conference badge, and the sun is fully out now. The glare on the hotel window is terrible. You can kind of still see the street. Mostly where I pulled the curtain behind the camera. And yeah, Andre says, Matt and I have $100 US in the pot. Exactly. I've got $200 on the line to convince Frank to support Companion, not just the Stream Deck. Anyway, if you have any suggestions of places I should go check out audio gear or other video gear, specifically like streaming gear, because I've really only seen consumer electronics or components, feel free to send notes my way. You know where to find me. If you're a channel member, thanks. We'll chat on Discord. Otherwise, you can always email me, because apparently Gmail is not blocked on my hotel or on my cell phone, which is great. So with that, we will wrap things up. Let's see if I can roll my credits. I think it should work. No credits today. Oh well. I'll have to do the credits manually. Unless I can do it this way. Nope. Oh, there it goes. It just took a while. All right. Thanks to our extreme supporters, Larry, Andre, Kevin, and Marcin, and thanks to all the other channel members for your support. It's always nice to see you here and chat about things as we are figuring out how this stuff all works. Oh, the music's not playing. Oh well. Things mostly worked. Hey, at least I was able to get a live stream out from Shenzhen, which I was not confident of. So glad that worked. For all the Europeans, go to sleep, get some sleep. It's very late. Thanks for joining. We will see you next week. I don't know what time or place it will be. I'm hoping it will be at the YoloLive headquarters, streaming from a YoloBox with Frank. Cross your fingers. Otherwise, see you back when I'm back at the studio for another week. And hopefully I'll have some more pictures to share from the trip. All right, thanks everybody, and see you all next time. Goodbye.